Alright, so check this out. I know when to be a man and admit when I'm wrong. And in the last couple of months, there's been some situations with people online that I had like petty online drama, whatever you want to call it. I made a video yesterday or the day before, but I deleted it because it was supposed to be more or less me manning up, owning up to the fact that I was wrong. But I feel like I wasn't getting to that point. I was still hanging on to some resentment, so I deleted it. And I also tagged people in it, and I'm not gonna do that this time because it's really nobody. This needs to be about me, how I feel. So the only thing I'm gonna do is go into a tiny bit of each person how I feel. If people want to say I'm being a turncoat, whatever, that's on you. I don't care. Me and my woman's been talking, and another creator, Robert J.N., he kind of gave me the motivation to see what he was saying about being positive, and the rest will fall into place. First of all, this is a screenshot from a live session I was just in with Tattoo Cody. I'm not gonna tag him in this. I might message him and tell him I made this video, but somebody else might, whatever. This was me saying because we was already talking for I was in his live for at least an hour. I was double tapping on both my real account and backup account. He was shouting me out every time for help. He was winning battles from his gifters. I probably wasn't even really helping that much, but he was being cool and saying my name every time. I said I'll admit I was wrong in clout chasing with Burner situation because he disrespected me, so I wasn't a-hole. Actually, I put these backwards. Hold on. The first one was supposed to say this: "You seem like a decent human being, Cody. Sorry I've been the way I was before. I was mad for petty reasons." So I'm showing you that to prove that I'm not just saying this. I was really being cool and kicking it with him, and he said pretty much no hard feelings. Now, the reason this all started was when I first come across this thing. I seen it, and I realized that we live close to each other, and I thought in my head, like, damn, I'm gonna try to see if he'll help me. And that's why I said that when I hit him up, and what I meant by help me is like I was just feeling stuck, like I wasn't growing or whatever, but he was. So when I said all that, he said yeah, but then ended up kind of changing his mind. I seen that he knew my friend Brennan and DJ. I thought maybe they said something from me, from my reputation, that caused them to immediately not fuck with me, is what I'm saying. That's kind of what it felt like, which I don't know the real purpose, but that is definitely what it felt like. So when it came down to that, I could be completely wrong, but he never really gave me a reason. He just kind of ghosted me, but he don't have to give me a reason for real. He don't have to explain himself, just like I don't have to explain myself, but I'm choosing to, so that there's a little bit of context behind this. And I'm gonna move on to the next one right now. The situation with Wyeezy. So when I first got on TikTok, I talked to Cream from Cincinnati, and I ended up more or less just chopping it up with him, telling him I'm from Ohio. He immediately I was seeing videos of his beef with Wyeezy. Months and months later, I go into a live with Wyeezy. I end up telling him, I found you through the drama with Cream. When that happened, he got pissed at me. Now, mind you, that's probably not the right way that I should have went about trying to talk to him. I admit that. I probably should not have did that. So I ended up making a video about him. He never responded. He probably gets that a lot and don't give a fuck. That could have been avoided too. Now, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, y'all, when I started realizing all these larger, because I haven't even got to the biggest one yet. When I got to the point of all these larger content creators, why they were acting and how they were acting, it pissed me off because I started seeing a pattern. I started feeling like if you go into a larger creators chat and say some shit that they don't really recognize you unless you send gifts and shit. Which brings me into the main part, because the one person in here doesn't really matter, Lucky Chucky. I don't even got to get into all that. Me and my bro Tyler the Renegade just did an experiment with these people and would go in and talk in their live. They wouldn't say shit unless you would send gifts, and then they would. But he don't even know who I am. I don't even care about him. The other three I've interacted with. What I'm saying is Burner 420. When I first came home, I had went on some prison shows. I think they're fighting across the street. None of my business. But I got a bar over there and shit. So pretty much, yeah, the situation with Burner, I had only went on After Prison show at that time. I had never went on the next 2 shows yet. So by this happening, I ended up telling him, hey, I just went on a show, and I know those people are friends with your people that got you started, the people that got you going. And I thought that was something we had in common, because those people are friends. And he laughed about it, and he was disrespectful for real, in my opinion. He kind of like clowned me a little bit in the chat. Made me seem like I was a fan or a peon. Ironically, I got someone else that I've been interacting with. Rick's Way is his name on here, and I did an interview on him. He told me that Burner did the exact same thing to him. Now, mind you, he said he told him his story was lame. He said he went in there and told him the story, and Burner said, that's lame, dude. So I don't know. I'm not trying to even make this video negative. Like, I'm really not. But I'm telling you all the context behind it, so people don't just think I'm being a dick for nothing. So what I did with those situations is I realized, okay, if these larger content creators are going to treat me like shit, even though one of them lives right down the street, I didn't care, obviously. But, you know, if you know me, you'll know that none of that shit matters to me. I just started deciding I was going to do some clout chasing. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I felt like, you know what? I asked you guys to collab with me. You won't collab with me. You're being rude or whatever you want to call it. So now I'm going to take our little situation and I'm going to come for you. And that's what I felt like. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to dog you. I'm going to say some shit that's going to get under your skin. And I did do that. I'm not going to lie. Which is petty, childish. I know that. Burner did end up making a video back about me, trying to clown on me for having pink hair, but I actually didn't dye my hair pink on purpose. I had a chemical reaction to a bleach kit because of my red Irish undertones. I've already said this like 3 fucking times, but he did make a video about me. He didn't like tag me in it or nothing because he probably knew that would like bring my channel some attention. But people did hit me up and say, hey, because whether you realize it or not, a lot of these same people interact from these prison channels. Like, for instance, when I was in Cody's live or tonight, me and my girl was sitting here and I was double chapping and we, you know, whatever. There was multiple people, like 4 different people. They were all saying hi to me and I recognized their names from my notifications. So, you know, a lot of these people see each other. And I actually saw Burner today on my backup account because he ain't got it blocked on TikTok. Then I go on my brand new IG and seen him on there. So I'm saying I had a chance to be petty right there and I chose not to. I got friends that are trying to pull me in each direction. I got friends telling me, fuck them dudes, smoke their boots, keep coming for them, keep doing this, keep doing that. And then I got people like my woman, a couple family members, and some people on here like Robert J.N. telling me don't do that. Just be yourself, focus on yourself, worry about yourself. So what I'm saying is I'm just flat out telling you guys the truth. I'm just flat out being honest, like literally telling y'all this is what took place. Me trying to collab with some larger content creators that I felt like they spit in my face, so to speak. I decided to come for them, looking at it like crash clout, like what Yeezy always says, crashing clout instead of crashing out. Pretty much, I'm gonna just go ahead and start some shit with you, and maybe people will fuck with me for fucking with you, because they're, you know, sometimes people who are large content creators, I think people are scared to do shit like that, to come for them. Now I understand I said some pretty fucked up things about people, especially Burner, so there's probably no coming back from that, and I get that. He'll probably never forgive me, he'll probably never care, he'll probably never, none of these dudes might not ever like me because of the shit I said. But I do got 2 sides to me. I got a decent, genuine, compassionate side. I try to feed that side, and then I got another side, which is what people know me for, and I don't really like that side. I'm literally 2 people in one body, y'all. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Meaning I have the capabilities of being really good or really bad. But alright, y'all. This is me trying to man up. Stay safe, stay free, stay blessed.